let's talk about doing a musical instrument at school, like the very early stages of learning a musical instrument. I'm talking London's Burning on a Recorder. I bet you've been through that stage of life. Might be a while back. We're tackling one of the really big questions this morning. What's better, a ukulele or a recorder? Because more kids are learning to play the ukulele than ever before. The number playing the recorder actually is on the wane, and those learning the uke is on the way up. So maybe the ukulele is the new recorder. Our reporter Wesley Mallin has been at Derby High School investigating this.
There's still a place for it, especially at primary level. It's a good way of learning to read notation, of improving your dexterity. A lot of activities that happen nowadays, we're using screens and things, so getting children to use their fingers. So it's good for that. It's good for your musicianship. You're learning to play as a group. So it can also lead on to other instruments. So a lot of recorder players may go on to use learn a woodwind instrument, or and then go into an orchestra, and so on.
Is the recorder a more serious instrument?
I think it can be. You do get people who really suit the recorder and take it right through and even study it at a degree level. But for a lot of people, it's a good sort of stepping stone on something else and a good way into music.
So what about the ukulele? Is it less rigorous, or are we just being snobbish?
Well, I think there's a place for both, really, especially at primary level, because the ukulele can give you a different experience. You're learning about chords, and you're learning about harmony, and you're learning to play together. Ensemble skills, you're developing keeping in time, and also it's got that social side to it as well. I think we learn ukulele at school as a part of a club rather than an individual lesson, so there's that social side to it as well, which they do enjoy, yeah. You
obviously teach both, but what was remarkable about the children that I was talking to earlier on is they piano, two trombonists, all these instruments that they play. Is it necessarily the case that because you've learnt the uke, you're not going to go on and learn an orchestral instrument?
I don't think that's true at all. I think there's a place for all of those things, and some of the children we talked to earlier were saying how much they enjoyed having the variety, and a lot of them do play orchestral instruments as well. Here we have a little Sound Start programme in Year 3. They all get a chance to try an orchestral instrument, and most of them do take one of those on as well, and learn that as an individual lesson, practising at home. And the ukulele is a different kind of discipline, more of a group activity and more of a social thing, and they can play popular songs with it and accompany themselves. So it's a different kind of musical discipline, and I think one won't necessarily replace the other. They can work alongside each other.
A little bit finally about your sort of teaching ethos. This is a very personal question, I guess. How important is it at the end of the day to just whatever instrument it is, to instill a love of music and an understanding of music?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's all about the love of music and sharing it with other people, enjoying performing, enjoying playing with other musicians and communicating music to other people. That's what it's all about. So as long as they're enjoying that and doing that, then I think we're doing the right thing.
What's the feedback from parents? I guess you have parents' evening. Do you get complaints about sending them home with the recorder and that sitting on a goose noise?
I don't think so. I think our parents are very keen on music, and we're quite a musical school, and I think we've got it's parents that support it, so they're quite pleased to have them coming home with instruments to practice. Yeah.
Wesley Mallin talking to Becky Lesley, music teacher at Derby High School. By the way, in case you're wondering who's doing the ukuleleing all the way through that's Wesley, playing himself on his own ukulele, playing what he insists is a rendition of Bob Dylan's Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. I'm sure you recognised it.
The Breakfast Show with Ian Sky on BBC Radio Derby.